I'm awful at fighting games. Like, truly dreadful. The only one that I would consider myself somewhat passable at is Dragon Ball Fighters, and maybe Smash Bros, but a lot of people don't consider that a fighting game. So, along comes Blade Strangers, which is published by Nicalis and developed by Studio Saizensen. It's kind of like a more traditional fighting game, one versus one, with simple commands, but they get harder to master as you go on. This game, like I said, comes from Nicalis, and they have a plethora of characters under their belt. This game includes characters from Code of Princess, Cave Story Plus, the Yumehara Kawase series, Binding of Isaac, one of my personal favorites, and one of the reasons why I was so interested in this game. Other surprise entrants include the well-known, who seems to be everywhere lately, Shovel Knight, and Gunvolt, which is probably one of my favorite of the Mega Man successors. Probably is my favorite. And all of these characters seem to control relatively differently to my inexperienced fighting game needs. My favorites so far are Isaac, Gunvolt, and Shovel Knight, especially with Gunvolt just being so unique to me. I never would have expected him, or Shovel Knight really, or even Isaac for that matter, in a fighting game. They all control so weirdly, and they all have different spells and attacks that come from their native games. The story mode in Blade Strangers is nothing to write home about. It's really reminiscent of BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, but I feel like that's kind of really one of the only things that you can do to create a game where you're bringing a bunch of franchises together. So the story is basically this world is having issues and they need some fighters to help them out. So they summon all these fighters that they can find, and they ask them to help. You go through the story mode, you defeat other people, you become the best, and that's how you're supposed to get home and stuff. So there's a lot of unlockables in here as well. There's a lot of faceplates, from when you go online. There's a lot of emblems, there's a lot of colors. Some are unlocked by completing the story modes, missions, versus modes, and whatnot. The online, I played a bit, but sadly I wasn't able to find that many people playing. I don't know why. I seem to have more luck finding people in Stealth Match, which was League and character rank will not be affected. Info for both players is hidden. So it's basically just like a go in, have fun, there's no, you're not going to be fighting really tough people. Then there's League Match, which is your league and character rank will be affected. Info for both players will be displayed when the match begins, and the info that it displays is your win rate, your loss rate, and your connection rate, I believe. And then there's casual matches, which you create a room and you can get your friend to come join, and you can view leaderboards. The game as a whole definitely seems very, very polished. The sprite work is really well done. It's 2D sprite work, and every frame seems to be meticulously crafted so it flows well together. It's definitely really weird seeing characters like Isaac, beat up Solange from Code of Princess, because it's just like this giant crying baby, throwing spiders and bombs and stuff. I definitely enjoy this game. I hope that the online catches on. There doesn't seem to be that much buzz around this game right now, which sucks. Hopefully that changes. It's out on PS4, Steam, and Nintendo Switch. I was hoping there would be some sort of crossplay to, create a better online experience, but as far as I can tell, there isn't. Maybe they'll implement something like that down the road. We'll find out. So stay tuned to the channel on any Blade Strangers updates. We might have some DLC come in the future. They haven't said anything on that, but you never know. Let us know down in the comments below if you've picked up Blade Strangers, and if you have, drop your friend code and I'll add you and we can play a few games sometimes.